for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear, but straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said to him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Today, I guess in brief or whatever, I want to talk to you on the subject of distractions. Distractions. I was watching a show the other day called America's Greatest Dogs. I don't know if y'all watching them shows, but I was watching it, and they had this little white dog. I couldn't even tell you, I don't know dogs like that, but a little small little white dog. And they had this big old, I don't know if it was a bullseye or big square or whatever, had it around the dog. And the object was to let this huge elephant walk up to this dog, and the dog can't move. And the only thing the dog had to protect it was the owner saying, stay, 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 stay. Now, all the dogs had to go through this, but this white dog in particular got my attention because this huge elephant is walking up on this dog. And I mean, he walking too. Matter of fact, I think at one point they had the elephant start to run toward this dog. And this dog is just sitting there like, and on stay. And so the elephant get all the way up to the dog and start doing like this. And you see an elephant, big old head doing like that, you're gonna get a little nervous. I don't know too many humans that's gonna step in that box. They're like, stay, forget you. Yeah, no, I ain't staying. In front of the dog was a banana. Now see, the dog could have went after the banana first, or could have ran from the elephant. But the owner said, don't touch it, don't touch, don't stay. And so the elephant walked all the way up to the dog, put his trunk out there, the dog didn't move, picked up the banana, ate the banana, the dog never moved. Never moved. Now there was a boxer that was there, and he was a young boxer. And he saw the elephant from a distance, and he started kind of like, huh? And the elephant started moving toward it, and the boxer kind of like, stay. Elephant got a little closer, Elephant got probably about from here to that wall. That dog stood up and said, I don't know about you, but I'm getting up out of here. Because, no. And so the owner kept saying stay, and the dog would look over at the owner, and he's like, stay, and the elephant just walking closer. That dude's like, man, you crazy. Because, no, I ain't staying here. And so the elephant took one good step forward. That boxer was out that box so fast because he was distracted. Now the purpose of all that was to see if the dog could stay focused on what the owner was saying. If the dog could trust that the owner wasn't going to put him in harm's way. But he was distracted by what he saw coming. And I find that, especially when you're younger, even in adult life, there are always distractions to stop us from going to where we need to go. If you ever watch races on TV, I like watching the Tour de France. And they have all them bicyclists, and they have people out there, and sometimes they have water bottles out there, people passing to you. It's all kind of stuff on the side. They're going through the mountains and all that. And it's a whole bunch of distractions that can happen to where, that looks real nice. But if you're not careful with watching where you're going or what your plan is in life, you may be distracted and cause you to crash. I don't know of nobody that can drive that can look out the rear view, side mirror, look out, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up, dude? And just driving You have to stay focused on where you're going. And I think that's the problem. The problem with a lot of people is they don't actually know where they're going. So that's why they you know, we got classrooms. We got the class clown. I was talking to some people at ISU, and I asked, who is the class clown? And they didn't have to say nothing, because everybody's eyes went. And I was like, is that a good feeling? Well, it depends. I said, well, I'm going to tell you something real quick. You paying bills to sit here and make people laugh. You paying loans back just to get chuckles that ain't nobody putting no money in your pocket. You wasting time that you could be doing homework and getting stuff done to get that degree that you want just to see if somebody get a look. And I was that class clown for a while. I ain't gonna lie, I was one that, I know y'all don't think that, but I was one that, you know, tried to make people laugh. And I find that my son, he got that trait now. He wants to make people laugh. He says, Daddy, you're hilarious. I say, spell it. Yeah, so, but he wants to make people laugh. He wants to entertain people. And that's sweet for a while, but I told him that's not what you go to school for. You're not here at Jabal to make somebody laugh. You're not here at Jabal to make somebody smile. That's not your purpose here. Your purpose is to do what's necessary to get the treatment that you need so that you can get out of here and become a productive citizen. That's what you're here for. You're not here for no other. You're not here for me. You're not here for the person. Well, I'm here because she needed a best friend and God sent me right here. No. I'm here because I met my boo. Boo-hoo. You ain't met nobody. What you need to do is focus on you. And stop letting these little distractions stop it. What are some distractions that may be here at this wonderful place? My goodness. You may be sitting next to one. Huh? But I ain't sitting there. Don't you be calling me no distraction, Mr. White. That's why I don't like you now. Are you a distraction? If you think about it, can people really sit around you and listen without you saying something? Or do you always got something to say? Because if you always got something to say, you're a distraction. My pastor used to tell us in church, don't sit around nobody that always got to talk. Well, I can't help it. Well, you're going to have to ask if you sit in another place. Because a lot of times, let me show you how the devil works. Right when God is starting to speak to you the most, and right when he hit you right where you need to be hit, that's when people start doing stupid stuff. You ever be sitting there, somebody just tapping you real quick, and then they don't look at you? Is you okay? And right there, something could have been said that you need to hear, but because somebody's a distraction, that ain't going on. Or you have the male-female thing. Hey. You know, this is the closest we can get right here in Chapel. Hey, pass me that note. Leave it under the chapel seat, the third seat toward the back. And I'm going to go after chapel ask, I'm going to ask to clean the chapel and the note be right there. Okay. What? But those are distractions. Because the whole time you're in chapel, you wonder, did she put the note under the seat? Did he put the note there? What do it say? Do it say he like me? Do they like me? Do I like me? And these are distractions. And we need to find out, you know what? I'm more focused on where I'm going than where I am. I'm more focused on where I'm going than where I've been. Stop, and I tell people, it irritates me when people tell me where they're from, and that's supposed to be where they're going. I tell people, yep, I was born in Gary. Yeah. Methodist Hospital on 5th. Huh? Don't get it twisted. Yeah. Gary right here. I was in the HMD, Hammond High, what you say? I'm not focused on that. That's where I come from. I thank God for everything I went through. Thank God for Gary, thank God for Hammond, thank God for EC, thank God for the streets I ran up, ran down, for the people I hit, all that. I thank God for all that because that made me the person that I am today. But guess what? Just because I was there don't mean I'm going back. They asked me, I was just there last weekend, and they asked me, so are you moving back up here? I said, heck no. And some of them look like they're offended. What's wrong with living up here? I was like, my time up here is up.